Sangye Chidan Zoge Chonamla Chanju Bardo Dani Jabzinji Age Jinzo Jibe Zonamye Dola Penjire Sangye Ndubaji Sangye Chidan Zoge Chonamla Chanju Bardo Dani Jabzinji Age Jinzo Jibe Zonamye Dola Penjire Sangye Ndubaji Sangye Chidan Zoge Chonamla Chanju Bardo Dani Jabzinji Age Jinzo Jibe Zonamye Dola Penjire Sangye Ndubaji Sangye Chidan Zoge Chonamla Chanju Bardo Dani Jabzinji Age Jinzo Jibe Zonamye Dola Penjire Sangye Ndubaji.
Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, and by the merit created in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and by the merit created in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. By the merit created in this practice, I attain the state of Buddha for the benefit of all sentient beings.
Kange Tujingi Zuma, Tawatan Bamene, Dambechin and Dende, Kodam de Langcha Lo. Akanga Tangbodalani, Paving Zampavakanga Tichitari.
So you're saying about it, didn't it?
Sunday.
First Geshe-la wants to say Happy Father's Day to fathers.
That in the Galta, so Chesene, Age using Karchini, Chichigarzana, Chichagi, Yuzende, Dungal Minde. Dewa Devi Gidendi Cheni, Maso Chichigores. Tendi in the Gala Mindegi Dungalde, Candijile, Munzin Chibua. You can't an enemy Mindevi Dungal de Kiko. The Chichip what the Kachimores. The Chichip Cheva enough, Tela Nepe Minder below the shoe cherry. Minder below the Chisam shoe cherry charge in the Tela Nepe. Pound chilu kid. The pound chism kiwi, and it's your way good to Yala, and in Dumbale grace.
So generally, when we say practice of Dharma, here Dharma refers to the practice that lead us to eliminate suffering and achieve happiness. And for this practice, one needs to analyze, investigate what is the suffering and what are the causes of suffering. And the more analysis that you do, the more you will have a stronger desire, to eliminate that kind of suffering. And the more stronger desire of elimination, the more stronger, more positive influence on creating of positive activities or virtuous activities.
What Chisamji Gawat to Yagi, Pagi, Give Dewa to Yagi, you any Gawadela, Yundenda, Tila, any be Pagi Dumba Chisam Levit, any Lunga Yusungla, Kangal Yomares, into Cobble Pay, Dumba the Yuvik, Kenjin, Tilla Troa Chela, Troaki, Troachism Young in the Takali of Kangal Kagmares.
And the more, stronger interest you have in creating a positive activities, and the more you understand, the cause of the positive activities, the qualifications of the positive activities, the stronger interest you have in positive activities, the less, the less difficulties of physical, verbal, and mental to make an effort
근데 이거가 듬바게 젤레싱이 심중 듬바싱이 젤레데 가르잖아. 거기 준비 레벨이 답시레스. 준비 레벨이스. 제가 좀 빨리 슈체를 두고 그랬어.
The mental factor of interest. Here the interest is mainly, thank you, mainly to generate, effort. So interest is, means to kind of generate or to adopt stronger effort.
어다 텔리 이거라 드링어서 셰야데 준비 셰고 가래. 준비 신데 간데르잖아. 요야 규디 듬바면나 준비 레야 빼깔 가고. 인디가라 그게 철라니 당부 준바데 하게 지 요알라 그게 인데 하고 가데 개침버리스.
And today we are going to talk about effort. And for effort, what is needed is interest or an aspiration. So therefore, it is important to have first to generate effort, to generate aspiration or interest in order to have effort.
어다 지단은 듬바 준비 시디가라 가래라 준비 정광 relato와 개발라 토에 토아지라 이니베 심중지라 다 준비 시시거레스.
So when we talk about effort here, it specifically refers to interest in creating a positive activities. So wanting to create positive activities.
제가 하기 겨울에 좋아 레발라 개위 연대 개위 취지 개위 찔리도 하고 가다 개침버리도 왔어.
And in order to have an interest to create a positive activities, it is important to know the qualifications of the positive activities. What are the positive impacts or advantages of creating a positive activities.
개와 신디 인생 가르치는 단다 대화, 바도 대화, 타마라니 베 땡기 지딘도 마상기 고방 두야 인자 개와 세워레스.
Why positive activities? Positive activities leads to happiness, temporary happiness, future, and then ultimate happiness.
어다 단다 가르잖아. 개와트베 갑돌라 민 수디지나 자강끼리 말해. 어다 로베 지데 파페 어나 개와트로 돼서 아니베 춤보 아니베 지디지라 뢰케바지마나 개와트 두고 말해. 근데 네가 개와트베 갑돌라이나 지디지 춤보 지디지라 아니베 롱잉 땅순데니까지 시야 고르탄 데리긴 누구 아마 개와트게 니치기 어다 되니 이제 단다고네. What the two Shimbekala, Unity, Chick, Hagi, Zindu Meachi, Yabuji was. Oda Chick, very good young, any Chick, Hagi, Chambu Transha, Demba Dentu, any Chick, Tanu, Give any bay, you. That indeed Tony, Chick, Mila, Gogor, Luti, Michiagi, and Chambu Transha, Tony, give you there, Teddy Juarez. 하나 꾸롱 인제네 장주기 생기지마 니지 자와진네다 드리시고 젠라 펜도 깨자깨다마 젠라 펜도에 선도당데 두부와 어떻든지 인도가라 개와세야다 직게 전부 자와데 유강 두베 갑두데다 마오바나 아니베 직 마라도 가서 단디 에네 풍보데 Kala Gawa Tuna, E Kala Gawa Komtogi, any bay, Pumbo de Azame, one Kindoya, what a tendiore. What a Chanju is some Tana Chanju is some Yuleke Sange, in Jitan Ladami, Charge of Isukuwa. What a Tezukanga, Gui you Tumuma in Ban. That's Hadiores.
And why, creating a positive activities bring us a temporary happiness and then future happiness and ultimate happiness, how it brings, all these positive benefits. So, present happiness. When you create a positive activities, at that time, the practitioner usually want to generate negative mentalities, like sort of jealousy, envious mind, and all these negative mentalities. And while creating a positive activities, the practitioners try to, adopt good moral practices. Won't cheat others, won't show hatred, angers, all these negative emotions to others, and therefore have temporary positive benefits. And when you look at the cause of the positive activity itself, the cause should be also positive, virtuous, truthful, and not kind of cheating others. And the very cause of the positive activities, when you look at the intention, one has to have altruistic mind and a compassionate mind. So when you have these two, practicing or already adopted, then there is no way that one, hurt or offends others. And during the actual practice of the positive activities, since it is based on intention of benefiting others, there is no harm. Always, to do welfare of others. And in the future too, if you practice positive activities as much as you can, then in the future your mind will used to that, and then will help you to achieve a uncontaminated body. And even achieving of the altruistic mind, you becomes the object of homage of other human fellows and god and goddesses.
But the Junjuna Sebu was Janju Senti Kini, Gaji, Kolo Tandro, Yandan, the Janaki Seji by Sunduas. The Karsunga. Janju ki Sintema the Gaji Tagana, any bay, Jitan Ladami Chacho, Suki Bay, Dindi Tengi Gaza della, any Javese, Sedetape, Javanam Gabertiba, any Javese de Karzana, Javi Gumbadana, Simson Baji Mother Chay of Mari. Oda tindigi enibe dubloam, tindigi enibe robachegi, janjugi semdi, katugi, suzi gule kena, semjen ten baji, semjen le dewa dende baji mato, semjen la pagepe nasiche semdi, kuchi chungzini kegi on mares, tindi indigala, de semdi taachimbo imba, di tuguduas.
Therefore, in Shantideva's Guide to the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, he says that even a one moment generation of altruistic mind, you become the object of homage for human being and god and goddesses, and you become the son of Buddhas. So here, son of Buddhas refers to the practitioners who help Buddhas to accomplish their mission. And Buddha's mission is to benefit others only. So you become the son of Buddhas because you now adopted the same path as the Buddha himself. And every single moment that you have, you will be dedicated to benefit others. And therefore, there is no kind of time where you will be hurting others. This is the reason why this kind of positive mentality is considered as a very sacred.
Kota tindi indigala ta digiti mone chik janju phage ta theba chimbi chede duiona 탑싱이는 두용 거래 탑싱이나네 탑대 니지 전보다 janju기 semke kota chik parjinge nani yani parjin tambungade 탑기 자세지 차려래 다 parjin thama Shereki Parjinde, Shereki Chato Chadio, what a dosine, Kaje, Duna, Tapsingina Duni, Yamichigore, Tendu, Tapsingi Yundende, Yang to Samotavaina, and it go out to Belambetum, Kangal Mares, Kaleo Mares.
So therefore, when you summarize whole Buddhist teaching, then we can summarize into the method and the wisdom practice. And under the method comes the practice of first 5 practice of perfections. And then under the wisdom comes the last practice of perfection, that is the perfection of wisdom. And the more you think, the more you understand the positive impacts of 6 perfections, the less you will have difficulties in creating positive activities.
Oda zongang gawal tawa giwi yunden sena ini tela gabo di ungre gabo yona jule labo yare oda tejini zongang gawal tawa o se sungre ta khoran dinala karsara randem baji to be nyerangyam gola measure dote zontona dogun tondu yunden juneki zondi zomba gyalsala alinzir ra de kapso zondi di phajingdi di kapso sungyo wares.
So therefore, as mentioned before, effort refers to interest in creating a positive activities, and for that one needs to understand the benefits of positive activities or virtuous activities. And when you understand this, then you can easily generate effort. Looking back to our text, verse 28, which tells about the effort. In your translation, it says, if Sravakas as well as Pratikya Buddhas who work towards nirvana for merely themselves exert so much effort fulfilling their purpose, therefore they in flames they not stray from their goal, then how much more energy must be expended by those of us working for everyone's sake. Enlightenment calls for the most perseverance. The sons of Buddhas all practice this way. The shorter translation: if even the Sharvakas and Pratikya Buddhas who work only for self-gain are seen to exert themselves as if extinguishing burning fires on their heads, it is the practice of Bodhisattvas in order to benefit all beings to undertake diligence, the source of all good qualities.
Tati karela gorjana age thana rande khara tumde rangi tondo ane thaban dengingi nya inaya agi khorwe kyondom nyomo be kyondo tane nyomo bala kyondo tane tadu sedugi kyonde hagu go mare nyarangi oda nyomo singi de duchai ba nyomo sende sem radu majwa cheyo nyomo chizam gyulen dembe kengi ene sem jide singi de karma che raya mewate ti kyondo tane oda tharbatu boare 제가 타르발라 아니 미지근 골라 메셔레나 메데 세야 탑시나 가져 카르마치나 몰래 세야 탑시 당들어와 아르잖아고 마시 고치도 거 고치나 둥알게 와라징이 되기다 카르마치나 빼 세근치기 전에나 몰래 세야 두야게 탑시 당거 와다 때나진지니 뉴모비 바기 껴는데 지선지 빼 껴는데 예 셈라 즉 kyondog lode chitang niba che yotsi dige ene be dela thaya lode shucheru ngor wata dinde jene ene be thabatu gores nyarang tabuyina ram baji kitondala wata si tangbuni go tondade dinde shires.
As mentioned here, even the Sharvakas and Pratikya Buddhas, Sharvakas here, hearers, and Pratikya Buddhas, solitary realizers. And hearers and solitary realizers, their objective is to benefit, one's own objective, one's own goal. Selfish practitioners, even selfish practitioners like solitary realizers and hearers, to liberate oneself from samsara sakya existence. Here they seize the negative influence or negative, they seize the faults of ignorance or delusions that delusion causes unstable or disturbed mind, and it doesn't give a chance to have happiness or peace of mind. So with this understanding, to achieve cyclic existence, their way of making an effort is, as if, he says, as if extinguishing burning fires on their heads. When you have fires on your head, you will try your best. You won't waste even a single second or minutes, to put out that fire. So their way of making an effort is like this. They do everything to, eliminate ignorance and delusions. And these kind of practitioners are, just someone who is very kind of selfish.
Semjen namjegi tunda chena pendo kato yowa. Digi eni yunden kanda kandi yowa. Oda digi tunda la ni be sundi tsumgo ergi yuzende da suno gowa resi.
First two sentence tells, the practice of the lesser vehicle. And the next two sentence tells the practice of the higher vehicle. So if, lesser vehicle, selfish practitioners are making this much effort, then of course, the higher vehicle practitioners, to benefit every sentient beings, they should be making greater effort than, lesser vehicles practitioners.
Chazanta, rangi bu tondala, semjen thamje rangi, mama jiba chiya yo mari. Ta, dindi ni mama hama tegidi, ha, chik korwena, kya chune. Rangi bu, ene sai tharbatu, rangi bu dewan dena, dewa YouTube ina, tita, chelmere te yabu mare, shula ti, kwati, lebi yung gwares. Ta, dindi maina, ta kharjana, ene drogun dundu, yunden june ki, roa semjen tham cheki tundu, ene be, chik, tunda che wada, ke chambu shivu char gwara. Di tunda che wala, roa semjen ki tun chegi, hagi, yude khande jirana, ta semjen chanju ki sem singe de tu ures, nije tsawa jebe chanju ki sem de tu ure, di tubi ina, chik ngarazu yunden tham cheki june, jempen tubi ade, tabe karpo gewe sem chari wale. Karpo gewe sem, tela karpo segwa karazena, karjin karpo segwa, ho sem chanju ki sem de, kesin do chitubi ayo na, karpo mato, tela do, kato nge nani jenda tubi ayo mare, kope, jempen. Di indiga, wata di yunden tham cheki june, jempen tubi cheki yu, choto kilbade tere, wata di tubi ure, di tubi na, tendeji gula yo na, ene, zunji singde, ene pe, ranchi suko, yonde aji. Ni ene pe, tisi chi pake, yun, chik, dabchata chi chana, lemsang tela ene roche, tela ene pe, pembat kya, lemsang, tu su chene, lunga isu goni chela, kale, kaze gini yo mare, wata tindi indi wala, chik, tindi ge ene, gwe sem, wata, chanju ki sem de, tugu ade ke chimbore se sungo res.
Tikishira detan dingi deshira tsundu tsamba kese laglayne.
Jazan ta te juda chanju ki sem de tub sona, ta di tubi tonda la, ta tsundi tsamba de chanju seba ki nyamne se sungo res.
So, second two sentence of verse 28, it is the practice of Bodhisattvas in order to benefit all beings, to undertake diligence, the source of all good qualities. Therefore, it is the practice of Bodhisattvas to benefit all beings. So what this is saying indirectly is that one shouldn't be dedicating one's practice just to benefit oneself. One should be doing something to benefit all sentient beings, not kind of selfish. And selfish practice is not right, not appropriate. And altruistic mind, based on a compassionate mind, is what we call white, virtuous mind. So white virtuous mind, white, if altruistic mind has a color, then it is pure like white color. And this altruistic mind is the mind that leads to benefiting others, and this is also the foundation of all good qualities. And to achieve this kind of positive mentality, altruistic mind or compassionate mind, one must practice effort.
Oda tindi indivalla ta chik dindi chanchuki sende. Ngoni sui gyule kebayina jen la tento tuya jen la rochya la katsik ten zawani yo mares. Digita sonam lapchembo thagi chagi sonam lapchenji sagore. Oda hagi tongi to bit tawade nyamsu malena khorali to boma. Dindi gala hagi cha namkala purwala dakso ni goba najin chene ani tongi toike thapsela chungure ti chombaine ti nigale ani tongi tobi thapsela pha ani ni chanjugi semgi sonam thapsela junri chambade ta yathe chanju serwa ranjibu tharba tobiagi gula mazom bajene senjen thamje isnala gonde senjen thamje khorwale toyagi dumbati ni injimji guguares tejana ta mone 직 태바침비 파기 직 최라 주베 고쳐바래 보다 태바침비 존리 좀비 세대 다 던지시레스.
And when you have the practice of altruistic mind based on a compassionate mind, then as mentioned before, you won't feel any difficulties in benefiting others. And here you are satisfying the the necessity of method side, and on top of that, if you have understanding of emptiness, then this will help you to liberate from a cyclic existence. Therefore, the practice of the higher vehicle includes both method and wisdom side, just like necessity of two wings for birds to fly. And on top of that, if you have aspiration of benefiting every sentient beings, and then if you make an effort, that kind of effort becomes the meaningful effort of the Mahayana practitioners.
But Sunday meeting the Karazana, Lelo Chadio. Lelo sing Simjung Pen, Sivatape, Yunden Kiala, Ta Gegi Chodu Chadiores.
And opposite to effort, is laziness. And laziness is a mental factors which is worse obstruction to develop one's mind.
Tati Maranzo Nyamyung Tony Sena Pijak Chan Tawu Mares Nyamyung singing Nyamyung Tane halfway Chadiores.
And to understand the negative impacts of the laziness, we don't have to look for text. We can know from our own experiences.
하나님 중자지 니베 지 가서 그런가? 내가 중자지나 레로레서나 내가 춘춘대 죽음이 넣었어. 전부다 파자서다. 이제 그는 셰프는 요 말이지.
Let alone big project, even small things. If we have a laziness, we won't be able to accomplish even the very small things.
또 레로텔라 레로 넘버 숨시거래. 자왕은신기를 넣었어. 가 담보 레로텔라 자왕은신기를 넣었어. 자왕은신기를 넣었어. 들어가라. 뇽모가 유코나 좀네. 아니 최대 민팀이 뇽모가 유. 아니 배 그러게 자왕코나 신 디자면네. 또게 담송. 보다 지 엔데지래 고코데이나 송바지나 송샤지랑 고코 최생데 땐 자왕이나 맞지. 다도 신 자와던데 체지랑 거 건데인데 자왕간신기를 쓰고아레스.
And the laziness, there are three types of laziness. The first one is involving or attaching to the negative activities. Here, this type of laziness refers to any activities that leads you to reborn again and again in a cycle of existence, or any activities that is just to accomplish the needs of this lifetime only, or say business people just to make money for oneself and nothing thinking beyond one's own aim.
Although 자왕간신기를 길을 빌려로 시대가라. 되니 선 하게 다대장이 야보들 해대 다 개위 개위 연단되지 하고 대 야보들 해대 당에 두고 말해 쓰대 답에 당분이 먼저 버지네 이 내기 도와서 어디 이 빌려로 했어.
Second type of laziness is kind of discouragement from the very beginning, without looking into the other means or other ways. From the very beginning, kind of discouraging oneself that I can't do this. It is too difficult without looking for other means.
이 양내양도 즉 합시 증인데 균이 용미도스 아 대야고 지르다 네 투사 말에 삼삼jellem상 이게 용무도스 이 여왕만에 빠자세 용과레스 레로게 이길을 빠자테 셀 용과레스.
And there are many times where we kind of have thoughts that I'm not going to achieve this. This is too difficult. And this kind of manifests the mental imprints of the this kind of laziness, from past life.
어떤 되지? 다 자원간신기를 비 길을빌레로 줌빌레로 세대가라. 당보 탑세되지. 치 거기 교회 졸라. 즉 가서 두두지. 아니 즉 탑세제네. 니제 아니 가고지는 탕체네. 다 용구 말했는데 셈마 탑세제네 다 셈유무소래. 근데 지기가 말했어. 셈라 뽑아게와래. 가서지 뽑아요나. 뽑아는 말이야 이게 개발다 하고 그래 양태. 뽑았으인데 왜 연된 통네. 띵에 투그리 띵에 중그리. 이 에네베 야세 장주 세라데 띵냠술란데 침바래. 띵 미투에 요말 띵 민주에 요말 곰발랬나? 내가 간디지나 자와 간디지나 컴베터 기투발래. 어따티 곰발레비아데 깨첨부도니 투그리 선데 삼로 케바이나 젠펜 바지 삼로다데 딘디 삼로 तेला पोपा लगुर मातो तेला मारग्या लगु मारेस ओता ते इंजी मिजी गोरे छेचे वाले ते मेना ए गवा कंपे दन रोथु मारेस ते के छमरेस ओता जि थाबसे जेने थाबसे दे मरु गाला सम जुम संग देला जुम बेलेलो ला गोरे ते जुमगी हमारे पोपा चे गोरेस.
Third type of laziness is surrendering, surrender. So, you want to achieve something, and then you do your best, but in between, you have a feeling that it's too difficult. I won't be able to you give up, giving up. So here, probably in English might be the same vocabulary, but Tibetan there's two different words. One is, poba is pride, and then another is nagyal, is kind of more negative. It has more negative meaning, kind of haughtiness. So one has to have a pride, and here pride refers to when you are giving up, achieving any positive activities, you need to see you need to understand the positive impacts or benefits of positive activities. For that, you need to understand that the past great practitioners, scholars, or bodhisattvas, they achieved what they want because they make a lot of effort and their mind become used to creating a positive activities. So I need to make more effort, and therefore if I do that, I'll be able to achieve what the past practitioners did. And when you have this kind of mentality, this is considered as a pride in a positive sense. And one has to have this kind of pride, positive pride, in order to develop one's practices.
Margelda Pobani Kebar Karizana, Pobatigi, Dingdela, Jella Pembatuato, Soso Kumbalive Capsis. Margel sing the Jella never seven dingdini, Glensem Jene, Pagi, Sem King Namachires, number the Madayores.
So the two different words in Tibetan, first one is popa, is pride. In this state, the nature of this mind is your objective. You want to benefit others, and therefore you make an effort and feeling that I will be able to accomplish this. And this type of mental mind is considered as a positive mentality. The second one, the Tibetan word is nagyal. Nga is self, and gyal means winning. Winning, just winning me. It's kind of haughtiness. So this kind of mentality, or negative pride, in depth of your heart, you have sense of competition. I'm losing and I want to win. And kind of negative mind in deep there. So therefore, one is positive while others are negative, and there is a differences in the nature of the mind itself.
What the catching with was the Mazu Ganga and Nibe Sandila Juna Pobache or Sidigala the young Margal which Hardoji Charvaina and Digmares Margal singing the Popa singing seven ding dina chitela, seven ding dine, pensemior chitela, gensemior, then dagmitus.
Therefore, it is important to understand, the differences between these two words, pride and hardness. Sometimes, might use the same word in English for these two, but positive pride, in deep heart, it is positive, wanting to benefit others. While hardness or negative pride, it's kind of a sense of competition to achieve, one's own benefit.
Oda jumbelelo de ha le yondigala so semne shudadane yam obakeyagi tapsiche wada kechimboresi.
So when you have obstruction from this kind of laziness, giving up, then you need to kind of spend more time thinking, analyzing, investigating, and then kind of re-energize your mind.
Did you go to some tango gurizana? Oh, Maranzo sem serigi zede, Sangi to take you to Momain Bade, sem serigi zede. When you get the Chanju Seva, some did Tashe Mata Kundala, what of the cheese chicken? No more Gilden, no more chin again. What some now no more, Dona no more mother, some making, but the chicken had it. Koranto Lama Conjo Kadilla, Namane, Nezambe Kadilla, Gavishing in Tre, in Yamsule, do Sene, any chick, Tandangan Chachu, Isukibari. Charaza, you chipachigaina, Susijana, Tindijita, Yungurwa. Do so Samlatana, Popate leg to us. The Jelan Jensen, the Kachake to us.
And how to kind of spend more time thinking. When you have, laziness of giving up, here you can think about, the nature of the mind itself. Look at Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who accomplish, that Buddhas, at the beginning, their mind is just like us, but because of their practice, gratefulness of their teacher, and they became enlightened. And now there's a big differences between me and those enlightened beings. And before enlightenment, their mind is just like us, deluded, afflicted, and we have the same a Buddha nature, same. And therefore, if I make an effort, I'll be able to become, just like Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So when you kind of, generate this kind of mentality or understanding, you are, generating a positive pride in yourself. And of course, this is not, here you don't see any sense of competition, negativeness here.
What did you buy now? Papa the Legia. Dimanja Nama Gatijanju Sevada, same combitogi, Om Juni, any Givatubare. Nisem de Kona Kumgi Yore. Yore Karzana, Living Shendi Deva Junjuna, Komna Lau Mike, with the kind Yomai, the Sundu. What a Komna? Candijina, Lela Chagre. Lela Misaki, Chichikini Yomar. Shendi Deva Sunja, Shendi Deva, Janju Sevare, Koran, Living Jivala. Any Sen Mijan and Nuzicha White, 10,000. What a Tendigi Lung like each Jene, Yanchik Jena, and Sem Latoso, 10,000 grace.
And other way of treatment for giving up mind is thinking about the practice of getting used to it, familiarity. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, their practice basically is getting used to positive mentality as much as they can, and eventually they transform their mind into a positive. And here, the practice that's mentioned in Shantideva's Bodhisattva's way of life. There's nothing difficulty if you get your mind used to it. There's nothing activities which is difficult if your mind to get used to it. So it's simply a matter of getting used to it. And Shantideva as a Bodhisattva won't be cheating others. He don't have any negative intention of cheating others. There's nothing, he's not lying basically. So relying upon the scriptures or the words of the Bodhisattvas, you can again re-energize your mind.
Samadana, how go record Samadana? Same Kibu Zuyagi, Boba Zuyagi, Tapshita Mamboyares, Samotangores.
And if you think more, there should be more kind of means and ways to eliminate, this kind of laziness of giving up.
Ani Namde Nala Karere, any bear, Jamba the Nijitini, any bear, Komna, Lilava Chagres, Combatame the Pilgures, Karzana, Kosemgi Indian is the Tapo Shadwa. Jamba the Niji Chujins, Komna Combatame the Pilgure, Semgi Indian in the H is the Tapo Shad. Semgi Indian Cook, Makom Jashana, Kumba Lemajuna, Taku, Kali de Legor, Kumba Leja Kumgana, Bet Tegape. Combat Hamid figures, Chong the Chuna, Tree Jornage Marisure. Chong Gana, Chong Zalwire, Zalgi Nibatundo, Nibazosona, Della Chong to Mara, Utuna meter, John issue Chong to you, Della Chong to Maris, Chong Cindy, Gargizal Zosor, anybody. She drew the Chisam Savuzine, Savuji Chas on the Tel Saran Roy Omari, who she Savin Nibazosore. 잠바는 이제 생긴데 쌤기디 소수 곰바이나 곰바 다음에도 빌기어레스 뱃대 다 무여 말했어 보다 땡기 즉 누바 뉴덴지 차그레스 소가이 쌤기인데레스 때는 도차나지레스 곰나 레라고 차에 받은 도차 때문에 와 맞은 도차 아마니 깨더니 도차나 보고면도 민 전선자 라고 합니다 가르쳐대 영화 토마메 버는 곰바 슈 shum벌lep소 되게 원 곰베 전에 빼자라마도 윤댕이 전에 빠지르 저거 말다스 양 곰바 예매기 전에 도차데 펠레 잘했어.
Also in the commentary of the relative cognitive mind text, in that text it also says that compassion and the loving kindness they can improve or develop kind of endlessly. You can develop and develop. It will go forever. The reason is because these are mental qualities. These are mind. So therefore, it doesn't matter how kind of there is no limit that you can say that now I reach at the top. Now I'm full. My mind is full. It will develop forever. So it is not like the physical activities like long jump. When you try to practice and make perfect yourself, long jump, you can make like maybe several meters and not more than that, because once you reach to the highest kind of level of your physical activity, that's it. Then beyond that you won't be able to achieve, because you came to the limit of physical activity. And other example is when you boil water, it become hot, boil, but it will reach to the point where it won't become hotter than boiling point. But the quality of the mind is not like that. The more you practice, it will develop, improve, and forever. So therefore, this is one way of thinking about the nature of the mind itself, and kind of re-energize yourself. When looking from the negative side, attachment, desire, negative mentalities, we don't need to make an effort to to develop these kind of negative mentalities, because we have been used to these kind of negative mentalities since from many past lives. Therefore, we can easily generate attachment desires. And so here we are using just an example or metaphor.
어떤 두스레 저서 딘디 인디가라 땅아주 직 딘디게 개외 쳐라 곰팔레 줘야 돼 깨쳐물에 어다 두스지니 띠니 준디 거데 두스지니 디사레스 다스 제마데 지네 레기레 지네 온데가라 다 하다 같이 고르다 가버레스 산이 하다 제마데라 지네기 초도서 가서 론로 지네 초도서 지 파주고스 이 남들 업장 예나 아니 딘남 펜에 야버레스 바로 디 지자치니 주고스 로아청 봐
소에
예 지니게 소
규겐로 거래 소
제제다 규겐데
we'll stop here for today, and then next Sunday we will go to the next verse, which talks about karma abiding meditation. And for that, we will begin with the factors and conditions needed to, generate or practice shamatha. And if you have a text, liberation in the palm of your hand, then, Kishida said, we will go discuss based on that text. So you should read, or maybe you can bring the text to the class. In the text, the section it the practice of the high scope. There are three different type of person. This is the high scope person, and within the high scope, it subtopic here is how to practice the last two practice of perfections among the six perfections. Last two. Something to shut up, and that is calm abiding and wisdom.
Jine chosinge le tangpo ba jine lo komba mengin la ta chik tangpo ni jine ki yude ta kande kande ku jine tu bala kande kande chik sam tangpo tungyen kande kande ku te tengi ores subject nga chene tengi gures.
So the factors and conditions. This mainly tells about the practice necessity for the beginners. What are the factors, conditions that is needed for the beginners.
Lamdo na la jine ki chola nyamle mena, ani kalpa tondo ene be jine gumgi ne jine tugu maris sungda. Di jine cho de le be chik cha chubo de yabu chung ina dawa tu ni jine tugu rese de ta dene sungsha.
The text, we went before. Adisha's text, lamp to the path of illumination. Is that it? In that text, it says that if you don't have complete factors and conditions of the calm abiding meditation, then meditating for countless eons, you won't be able to achieve. But if you have, all these factors and conditions, then you will be able to achieve within a 6 month. And this is mentioned in the liberation in the palm of your hand text. Yes. Also, many of practitioners here like this meditation. Therefore, we will spend a little more time on this, shamatha practice. We'll take a break.